All right, fellas, here's the truth. Most guys have no idea when a woman is turned on. They assume she'll just say it, that she'll make the first move, that it'll be obvious. But that's not how attraction works. Women are subtle. Their words might hide it, but their bodies, their actions, they give them away every single time. If you've ever been in a situation where you felt like she wanted something more, but weren't entirely sure, this is your wake-up call. Because today I'm breaking down the 10 dirty signs she's horny for you, and can't hide it. Some of these are so subtle, you'd never notice unless you knew what to look for others. So blatant that once you see them, you'll wonder how you ever missed them. And sign number 1, that's the ultimate giveaway. If she does this, there's no more guessing, no more hesitation. You'll know exactly when to make your move. Let's get into it. 10. She plays with her hair more than usual. A woman playing with her hair isn't just a habit, it's a sign, and a big one at that. If she's constantly running her fingers through it, twirling it around, or flipping it over her shoulder while talking to you, she's not just fixing her hairstyle. This is subconscious, preeing her body's way of making sure you're paying attention. It's a classic attraction cue, but the key is context. If she only does it when she's talking to you, that's not random. And here's where it gets interesting. If she pulls her hair back, exposing her neck while looking at you, that's a next-level signal. The neck is a highly sensitive, vulnerable area. When she unconsciously shows it off, she's displaying openness, a subconscious way of inviting you to notice her. Some women do this in slow, deliberate motions, while others don't even realize their fingers keep going back to their hair every time you're near. Either way, when you see it happening, take note. That's her body giving her away. 9. She touches her neck or collarbone. Some women fidget when they're nervous, but when she's touching her neck or collarbone while looking at you, that's a whole different kind of energy. The neck is one of the most erogenous zones on the body, and when she runs her fingers along it, lightly traces her collarbone, or absent-mindedly plays with a necklace, she's not just passing the time, her body is reacting to how she feels around you. The strongest version of this, when she tilts her head slightly while doing it. That little movement is pure instinct. It's a mix of vulnerability and invitation, and if she does it while laughing, while locking eyes, or while pausing, before she responds to something you said, that's her body speaking before her words do. If she's feeling bold, she'll do it deliberately, letting you see every movement. If she's trying to hide how much she's feeling, the moment she might catch herself and stop either way. It's not something to ignore. 8. She can't sit still around you when a woman is attracted to you. Her body feels it just as much as her mind does. That energy has to go somewhere, and a lot of times it comes out in small, restless movements. She's shifting in her seat, crossing and uncrossing her legs, adjusting her posture, playing with the hem of her dress or the ring on her finger. She's just moving. It's not nervousness, it's excitement. The real tell if she keeps adjusting, but somehow she always ends up a little closer. Maybe she leans in when you're talking, then pulls back only to move in again a moment later, or she crosses her legs in your direction instead of away. It's subtle, but it's all part of how attraction works. Physically, her body wants to close the space between you, even if she's not consciously aware of it, if every shift and adjustment brings her closer instead of further. She's not just getting comfortable, she's reacting to you. 7. She bites or licks her lips. You've seen it in movies, in real life, maybe even without realizing what it meant. A woman biting her lip or licking her lips when she's looking at you. That's not just keeping them moisturized, it's a response, a release of tension, a sign that she's feeling something. The lips are one of the most sensitive areas of the body, and when she's turned on, they get even more sensitive. That's why this happens. A slow, teasing lip bite while making eye contact is deliberate. She knows she's doing it, but the most telling version, the unconscious one when she bites her lip without realizing, catches herself, and maybe even looks away for a second, that means her body reacted before she could stop it. And lip-licking, that's pure anticipation. If she licks her lips while listening to you, if her tongue flicks out right before she responds, that's not a random habit. That's her body preparing for something, and it's about you. 6. Her voice sounds softer and more breathy. A woman's voice shifts when she's feeling attraction. It gets softer, slower, more intimate. It's not something she does consciously. It's biological. When a woman is turned on, her vocal cords relax slightly, making her voice drop just a bit. It becomes warmer, smoother, even a little breathy. She's not just talking, she's pulling you in. You'll notice this the most when the conversation turns personal, when the energy between you two shifts. She'll start speaking more slowly, stretching out her words, maybe even giggling more. And if she leans in while talking, if her voice drops just a little when she responds to something you said, that's not a coincidence. It's her body reacting to yours. If you want to test this, slow your speech slightly, lower your voice just a bit, and watch what happens if she mirrors you. If her voice softens even more, if she starts speaking in that same slowed down, almost hypnotic way, you've got her right. Where you want her at this point. If you've spotted any of the first 5 signs, she's already feeling that attraction. But the next ones, these aren't just subtle cues. They're dead giveaways. When a woman is truly turned on, her body takes over. She doesn't even have to say it. You'll see it, feel it. And if you're paying attention, you'll know exactly when to make your move. And sign number 1. That's the ultimate tell when you see it. There's no guessing. She's locked in, fully engaged and completely into you. 5. She finds excuses to touch. You women don't touch men. They're not attracted to if she's reaching out, brushing against you, or placing her hand on your arm while laughing. That's not just casual, it's instinctive. She's testing the waters, feeling the chemistry, seeing how you respond. Some women do it subtly, others are more deliberate, but the meaning is the same. She wants to close the gap. The strongest sign when she escalates, a quick tap on your shoulder, turns into resting her hand there. An accidental brush of her knee against yours lingers longer than necessary. If she's doing this, she's already comfortable being close. She's waiting for you to notice. 4. She bites or licks her lips more than usual. Her lips aren't dry. She's reacting to you. When a woman is turned on, her lips become more sensitive, and she starts biting or licking them without even realizing it. A slow lip bite while making eye contact. She knows what she's doing. A quick, unconscious nibble that she catches herself doing even better. It means her body reacted before she could stop it. Lip licking is even more primal. It's anticipation. If she does it right before speaking or when you're holding eye contact, her mind isn't just focused on the conversation. Her body is preparing for something else entirely. 3. She fidgets with her clothes or adjusts them. She already looked in the mirror before meeting you. She knows she looks good, but now she's smoothing down her dress, fixing a strap, adjusting her neckline. Why? Because attraction is physical, and when she's feeling it, her body reacts in small subconscious ways. It's not about being comfortable, it's about making sure you are seeing her at her best. If she's doing it repeatedly, especially when you're looking at her, she's not just fidgeting, that's tension manifesting in tiny movements. A telltale sign. She's feeling the moment, too. She blushes or gets flustered when you compliment her. Blushing is one of the hardest things to fake. It's involuntary and instant reaction that happens when attraction and excitement collide. If she turns pink when you say something flattering, if she giggles, looks away, or starts fidgeting, that's her body betraying how she feels. It's not just about the words, it's about how she reacts. A woman who's just being polite will smile and move on. A woman who's into you will stumble for a second, play with her hair, or touch her face as she tries to process the compliment, that moment of flustered energy, that it's real attraction in action. 1. She laughs at your jokes, even the bad ones. There's being polite, and then there's this: a woman who's really into you won't just laugh, she'll light up. Even when the joke isn't great, even when you weren't trying to be funny, she'll react like you're the most entertaining guy in the room. It's not about humor, it's about connection. Laughter is one of the purest signs of attraction, because it's completely instinctual. If she leans in when she laughs, if she touches you, if her smile lingers after the moment has passed, she's not just responding to the joke, she's responding to you, and that's when you know you've got her hooked. If you've seen even a few of these signs, stop second-guessing yourself. She's into you. Women might not always say it outright, but their body language doesn't lie. The real question is, are you paying attention? Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed these signs before, or maybe missed them and realized too late? Drop a comment below, and let's compare notes. And if you want more breakdowns like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.